In this edition of Twin Reel Game Reviews, we'll be taking a look at the game Stealth Inc. 2 by Curve Digital. Now, Stealth Inc. 2 is a puzzle game, and as you can see right away, there is a co-op mode, so a second player can assist you in parts of the game. There is a level editor as well, so you can create your own levels. The editor itself is quite vast, and I found it to be a bit overwhelming at first. There is no tutorial for how to use the editor, unfortunately, so it's all a matter of trying to figure it out on your own. There's a lot of components for logistics regarding buttons and switches and getting them to open doors and platforms and stuff. And so if you do manage to make a level, then it can be uploaded for others to try and rate. And again, you can go into community levels and try other people's levels that they've made as well. Test chambers are the various levels or areas that you open up in the game that you can come in and practice on and play. Any clones that you collect in the test chambers do not count towards the game. You have to then do them in the game itself. Now, in the game itself, the story behind it is basically you are a clone who wants to get out of the building because you're tired of being worked on with evil experiments. And so as you're going through the level, you are trying to collect all your clone buddies out of the experiment chambers as well to free them from the person who's running all the tests. So the visuals look fantastic. As you can see, the animations of them moving around. You can see little robots moving over there. They're cleaning the floors. Lights going on and off. Different things you can interact with there, like these guys for the light switches at the bottom. And so I'm really impressed with the amount of work they did with the visuals and the different audio and the sound effects. There are different gadgets in the game. Now, you do collect these as you go through the various areas. And so as you've been seeing now, they do different things. And if you go into the main menu here, there is a map which does show up on the gamepad as well when you're playing on the TV. As you can tell, I've already opened up all the map for the game, 6 different areas. Each has 8 main levels with 2 bonus levels or test chambers. And there's also equipment, like I said, as you collect as you go through different areas. And there's also little items that you can collect, little briefcases that have different head pieces, body pieces that you can go ahead and unlock and customize your character with. And so here's one of those test chambers, and on the map there, as I was showing you, each of those numbers is the different test chambers. And so I'll quickly show you the one here. It does have leaderboards for them, along with your best time, deaths in the test chamber for that run, along with how many times you've been spotted by a bad guy. And so in the test chamber here, as I was saying, you do want to try to collect your clone friends. Now, you can't use your gadgets in here. The way it works for the test chambers is basically every area is kind of teaching you how to go through the test chambers. And this one, you don't get gadgets. Area 2 starts off with that first gadget, the Inflatomate, I believe it was. Then Area 3, you're using nothing but the jacking gadget that allows you to take control of enemy robots. And so it would have been nice if you were able to utilize multiple gadgets in the levels to make them a bit more challenging, but unfortunately they didn't do that. You can't even do that in the level editor. You have to pick one gadget, and that's what your level is going to run based on. But as you can see, fairly simple level. They do get quite a bit more complex. Some of the clones you're trying to find are hidden in different areas, so there's various switches you gotta hit, secret doors. And so here's another level here, but I'll actually go into the test chamber to show you another level without having to run through the area. So as you can see with this one here, and the levels do take a moment to load from time to time in different areas and stuff. So this one, you now are using this item, whereas before I couldn't use any item because that was area 1. This is now area 2. So as you can see, they try to adjust things to make you utilize that item itself, and you will be dying quite often. And so when the game starts off, you don't die too much, but then as you're going through the game, you do end up dying quite a bit. And so I already messed that one up there, but you can adjust your aim to get your pieces up and over. And when you're doing that, you can actually use, with this item anyway, your right C stick to move it around. That way you can get him in the right spot and do what you gotta do. There's different terminals you gotta hack and get through. Yeah, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing this game. It does get very challenging. You will, like I said, find yourself dying very often. I would definitely give this an 8.5 out of 10. And that is it for this review.